Yo, what's up? Sorry for this weird angle. I kind of changed it up, face me a bit more direct, so I don't have to like keep turning. Because right now I'm looking at OBS, but I have a habit to just look at OBS and instead of looking at the cam, but whatever. And I just came from like I clogged the toilet, right? I was taking a shit. I clogged the toilet. Like I know how my toilet goes. It's so like weak to like clogging. So like usually I take a shit, I flush it, and then I use the toilet paper. I use the toilet paper and yeah. Go into too much details, but you get the gist. I clogged it. I was being careless. I was playing fucking Yeet in my AirPods, and then I clogged, and I'm trying to fix it, and it's just not working. So I flushed it. It got to like the water got high, so I'm waiting for it to calm down so that I can keep on fixing it. So right now, in the meantime, I'm just gonna record the video that I've been meaning to record for like a few weeks, which I just been delaying because of uni work and whatnot. And my order's also coming in about a few minutes, so shit just going on. Sorry for the mic. The mic I realized from uploading the videos is kind of shitty. I kind of got scammed. I didn't get scammed, but it was a cheap mic. So like, I mean, the light right now, I don't usually record in the day. At least my other two videos I recorded at night with the orange lighting and stuff. The ambiance, like from media thing. I don't know, but I'm recording the day because I'm bored. I'm planning on skipping my lesson, but whatever. Um, yeah, this video I haven't talked about what this video is gonna be about, but I'm just gonna be making a review of my book that I've read this month. I mean this month I'm in November, but I read this the whole of October. It took me the whole of October to read this. It's a pretty chunky book. Still, this is my second book. If you don't follow me on TikTok, you wouldn't know of course about my TikTok, but if I don't put it somewhere on this video, I could just show you real quick. This is my TikTok. I don't know if you can see it. My TikTok, right? Stizzy Uno. I just post shit. I'm planning on being consistent there, but that's why I started my book review. But now that I have a YouTube, I'll just start YouTube. I just want to start it from there. I should check my order. Shit. As I was saying, the book review, yeah. Second book, my first fantasy, right? Romance fantasy apparently. And I'll just say what I rated. I rate this a 3 out of 5. The moment I like finished it, I was like 3 out of 5. Right now, I still think it's a 3 out of 5, but it's getting close to a 4.5. But I still think it's about 3.5. I read my first book, which was I don't have it on me right now. It was what's it called? And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. I think that's her name. Yeah, I read that 5 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. This one I rated a 3 out of 5 because I'll just explain the journey. It's gonna be a long-winded video. Um, the first couple chapters, I could say the first like 9 chapters. If I say events wise, if you read this book, I guess to the point where we got to, I don't know what chapter it was, but when they had to do the gauntlet climbing, right? And a few chapters after that, like more chapters after that, right? I feel like it was perfect, I loved the start. I loved the struggles that Violet had to go through. Violet is the main character, of course. If you read this, if you haven't, I'm just telling you, she's the main character. She's part of a family that of like well-known people, right? Well, high position. Her mother is the commander of like this garrison force, right? And then her sister is a well-known rider, the right dragons and stuff, fantasy. Um, my food is 2 minutes away. I'm just keeping it sorry, but whatever. And Violet is this weak, at least the book says, a weak character, a weak female who's been aspiring to be a scribe, which is basically like from what I remember, like some librarian. They just get information, they dish out information and all that. A librarian, something easy for her. But her mom was like, nah, we're a family of warriors. You finna go fighting, and that's what her mom forced her to do. So now she's doing this dangerous like um tutorial gauntlet thing, walking on like a parapet. If you know what I mean, it's like a bridge, but there's nothing. It's just a small row of like stone, slippery stone, and she has to like walk from like one island to another island. It's not really island, but it's like a mountain, right? From my visual understanding, because there's no book, so I mean, there's no show or anything, but She had to walk across time. I'm not going to explain everything, but that's what I'm trying to say. The first couple of chapters were really good. I really liked the first. Like it was, I was speed running. I was reading. I'll be right back because I think my food's here. Can I just say, this nigga left my food outside, right? Mind you, I'm in the UK. It was raining bad, like badly. The nigga didn't even knock. He just put it down, didn't knock. I saw my app like I was keeping track of the delivery. Why am I out, bro? If I just what? I was looking at the delivery, right? And he came to my location, then the app just like came off it. So I realized that okay, he must have delivered it. I went downstairs. The nigga didn't knock. He didn't do nothing. He just left on my porch, raining. So luckily I noticed. I was keeping track because if I left it there, I would have got tight. But I'm not streaming, right? It says welcome to chat or whatever. As I was saying, the first couple of chapters were like, if it kept on going at that pace, I would have easily gave this a 5 out of 5. Easily. I loved everything about it. I love the pace. I love the characters. At some point, I love Dane. If you read this book, I don't think there's anyone who likes Dane, but I liked how Dane was going. I just didn't like the romance part. It's a romance fantasy, but as the romance progressed between Violet and Xaden, I was like, oh, this is so like weird. This is so forced. She's her whole attraction to him is this nigga's so goddamn gorgeous. He's like sculpted. I'm in love with him, but I can't because his father killed my brother or some shit. So it's like enemies to lovers, but then she can't basically just attractiveness gets her, which is normal. Which is normal, but it doesn't get more than that. And then they're tied by their dragons. I don't want to go through it, but dragons choose riders, and when two dragon couples, right, choose their riders, they all four of them are linked together. So if one dragon dies, basically it could possibly kill both the riders, even though that don't have nothing to do with it and whatever, right? But I'm saying they're tied by like bond like that, so they both have to protect each other, or they're both going to die if one of them dies. And it's like, okay, we're forcing the relationship, we're forcing close proximity, and I didn't mind it when towards the end when the relationship got a bit better. Like they actually had reasons for liking them, for liking each other, valid reasons. Xaden likes how strong Violet is, even though she looks so weak, and how like she doesn't back down. Even Violet, I guess, still likes him because he's so hot and reliable, but I am kind of holding her feelings, but still, that's how it feels like when you read it. At least from the middle part towards the end a little bit. But yeah, this book, and then towards the end, I was so done. I was trying to finish it. I was struggling to finish it, and then I got to the war against the Venoms and Wyverns. That whole arc was pretty good. I was intrigued. I was reading, like I was breezing through it. When we find out that Xaden and them have been dealing with the Griffins, and Violet's like, whoa, what the hell is going on? But that whole Violet crashing out on Xaden, for me personally, I understand where it's coming from, but at the same time, it's like you guys shared a moment, just now, and been with each other for a little bit. You expect Xaden to just let every secret that he knows, especially to the daughter of the commander who would literally get him and everyone of the marked ones killed. The marked ones are like a minority. They're like part of a different, like part of the country, and they're like Marleyans, or not Marleyans, the bad ones who can turn into Titans and Attack on Titan, if you get what I mean. But yeah, the marked ones, they're not loved by the people who are currently in that country. They can't even be in a group of bigger than three because it could be seen as conspiring a plot, a coup d'etat, you feel me? But yeah, Violet is mad that they didn't tell her everything about the plan because it could literally jeopardize the whole of the flipping country because Violet's like kingdom, or I don't know, I'm not explaining this properly, but Violet's kingdom, right, is preaching this, oh, you're going to fight the Griffins. Those are our oppositions. These are our enemies. We're going to train you so you can protect our country from them. But then, really, there's another faction which are more powerful: Venoms and Wyverns. Wyverns are the dragons with wings. Our dragons have 4 legs. Wyverns have 2 legs and wings. Um, and Venoms can control power without having a dragon. Dragon channel powers to like us riders to ride like Violet and the Quadret and all that. But Venoms can just do it by themselves. And what I'm trying to get to is like the kingdom was hiding that fact that we have a common enemy that's trying to destroy us, which is the Venom and Wyvers, but they just targeted the Griffins. I don't know why. I think it might go in the second book, but whatever, right? And one other point for this whole book, his brother is dead, right? His grandma's dead, and it's fine, whatever, right? Towards the end, literally like the last chapter, it's revealed that he's alive and he's been fighting from the resistance and blah blah blah. This thing pissed me off so much, not because I didn't like the twist. I don't mind the twist is pretty nice, but it's forcing me to read the book, the second book. Now, mind you, I bought the second book like 10 chapters into the first book. I was going to read it, but after I finished this, I was not trying to pick that book up at all. This book, I couldn't, for how big it is and how long it took me, I couldn't sit through it again. People have said the second book is much better. I am going to read it eventually, of course. I have the book, I have to read it, but yeah. I am going to upload a shorter version of this review on TikTok. Just go on my TikTok, you might see it. I'm planning on also uploading like more consistently, whatever I can upload. But this review, essentially, this book is good. I recommend it if you like fantasy. You know, I don't recommend it as your first book, or maybe I do because it sets the bar really low. So anything you could read after that, it could be much better. But the start was great. The middle was mid. Towards the end was iffy. The romance was not good for me. Romance, I've consumed a lot of romance, like anime shows. I have a mindset of like how romance should be handled, right? I'm not an expert, but I feel like I wouldn't mind if someone called me expert on romance or just like entertainment wise, like as a viewer wise. This type of romance was not a Dane character. Just for me, I like Dane, right? I saw him as this like as cliche wise, right? I saw him as this overprotective type of friend who grows up to being a lover. For me, he was stayed overprotective and just got worse as overprotected to the point where he didn't even believe Violet, right? He didn't believe in her. And for some reason, this guy loves rules so much, sticking to the rules. So if Violet was to break a rule, right, and as a best friend, she pleaded with him, please, he'll be like, nah, the rules are rules. I gotta get you gone. Like that, I don't see why he would do that. I don't see why that's his character, but I guess that's his character, so I gotta deal with it. And from there on, that's the moment where Dane lost everything for me. Dead ass. I couldn't care less about that nigga. And every time he would do something, I was like, gosh, this guy stinks. Xaden, if Xaden's like couple chapters dedicated to him, like towards the end, were pretty good. They gave a lot of depth to that character. I like him. Violet, romance wise, I don't like her at all. I don't like her at all. But everything else, like her determination, her fighting, and all that, I mess with it. I mess with that aspect. And now I'm realizing that I think I just might like romance. I mean, fantasy just by itself. I don't think I can do romance fantasy. Unless you guys got some recommendation for other romance fantasy, romantasy. I guess did I say it? Romantasy. I think I'll stick to fantasy right now. Where is it? I don't have the book. I think it's in my bag. I am reading Red Rising. Yeah, it's so like I'm struggling to read it and understand it. Every time I read a chapter, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But right now, I got to the point where Io, I don't know what to say name, Darrow's wife is singing singing the forbidden song while getting whipped because of a punishment lashes. She would have gotten away with the lashes even though they look like they were kind of brutal. She might have not made it out, but she decided to sing the forbidden song, which would get her killed. And in front of Daryl, I don't understand why, but from what I can infer or just guess, I'm assuming she wants Daryl to like step up and do something, like step up and like fight for people. Because if people getting hold, I will make a review when I finish the book. Because yeah, I'm about to talk about it in this video, but Daryl has to step up, and I guess sacrificing herself is the way for force him. But yeah, this book 3 out of 5. I was debating putting up a 4 out of 5, but I'm gonna stick on my original point. I think this book had a good start, like a good start. It was so fun. But then as you get eased out, as you get eased in, and the crushes down, you just lose the hype, and it became a slog to read. It became a slog to read, and towards the end, it picked it back up. But then it just like for shit, and that would just force me to read the second book, which I couldn't go through again. Especially like right after, I would have to take a long break from this universe. But yeah, this review was kind of weird, but that's my videos. I'm just gonna record, press the button, record, and just talk about whatever. And also, maybe I shouldn't be talking about this video. Maybe I should talk about the start of another video. This, I mean, to be honest, if you're watching this, you already know. But this page is not about to be only anime, right? Or at least only anime and books. I'm just about to upload literally anything I can talk about. I'm just about to yap, right? Anything I can talk about. But yes, that's the review for this book. Fourth Wing. If you like fantasy, I recommend it, but don't be afraid to drop it if you don't like it. Trust me, you should do it. I'm a guy who can't like stop like consuming something unless I finish it. You know, I'll take long breaks, but I can never drop something unless it's really, really bad. Like really bad. I don't think I've dropped a lot of things, but I had to sit through this. I had to watch and read through this, and yeah, I recommend it if you're interested in dragons, I guess. Aside from that, yeah, this was the video review of Fourth Wing. I gave it 3 out of 5, and thank you for watching. I got more videos coming out, so yeah, peace out.